Digital disconnect. Poor access to the internet in many states must be bridged urgently to help e-learners. So currently many states are having very poor internet access, and that should be urgently developed so that um, i- so that uh, so that e-learners could benefit from it, especially the students who are attending online classes. The full report of NSO survey of household social consumption on education in India for July 2017 to June 2018 highlights the poor state of computer and internet access in several states. So an organization known as NSO has conducted an survey, and that survey says that many states have a, and many states have very poor internet access. The, the disparities are glaring among different economic strata as well, and also the internet access is varying from every economic class. For suppose lower middle, for suppose the lower class people are not having internet access, and the middle class people they are managing and they are trying to get it. The high class people are having it. The digital chasm that separates the privileged from the deprived remains unbridged years after the broadband policy of 2004, and its effects are painfully evident during the pandemic as students struggle to log on to online classes. So the digital chasm that separates the privileged from the deprived. Chasm means a difference. So the difference in the internet access, that's one main thing which separates the privileged people from those of deprived class. So this is still continuing to happen even after the government introduced the broadband policy in 2004, and its effects are painfully evident during the pandemic as students struggle to log on to the online class. And the effects of poor internet access are very evident in the situation, means very clear in the situation. In a situation of pandemic, the students are struggling so much to get on to online classes with the poor internet access. While some poorly connected states may have improved since the survey period, the gaps are so dark that any development could be modest. And some states are steadily increasing their internet access from the time of which the survey has been conducted. And and the, and that is about only some states. And there are some other states in which any little development could be a big help for the people. So so that's the situation of those states. They have very poor internet access. Only in Delhi, Himachal Pradesh and Kerala, uh, did the survey find internet access exceeding 50% for urban and rural households taken together. So in these three states, Delhi, Himachal Pradesh and Kerala, only in these three states all over the India, the access to internet is easy for a percent of 50% of people. um, so only those percent of people are having easy access to internet, remaining are struggling for it. While Punjab, Haryana and Uttarakhand exceeded 40%, unimpressive numbers still. So the Delhi, Himachal Pradesh, and Kerala are the first set of states, and the second set of states are Uttarakhand, Punjab, and Haryana. Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand. These three states, the percentage of people who can have an easy access to internet is above 40%. So only the people above 40% can use the internet easily. Large states, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka had access below 20%. And the last set of states, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and Tamil Nadu, the states which are very large, in those states, the internet access, the availability of internet access is below 20%. Means the people in those states are struggling for it so much. In today's milieu, net access is critical, considering that even where mobile phones and laptops are available, Some states provide them under student welfare programs. They cannot be meaningfully used in its absence. Um, so, in today's milieu means an environment or surroundings. So, in such an environment as we have today, especially the COVID-19 pandemic, in such an environment where people have phones and laptops, but they don't have net. So, what is the use of having laptops and phones? Um, if you don't have any net, you still can't connect to any online classes. So to connect to an online class or to go online in something, you need net, but there is no net. So what is the use of mobiles and phones? And laptops and mobiles are also given by some companies. Um, they are freely giving it. Some companies are giving it. If net connectivity is 5% to 10% in rural Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, and West Bengal, only a slim minority can hope to do any academic work. So, in some states, this is the worst situation. In some states, the net connectivity is below 10%. It's not above, it's below 10 to 5%. So, in those type of states, the students struggle so much for getting into online classes. Many remote locations have reliability problems and power deficits, making it a challenge to keep gadgets operational even offline. So in some rural areas, the people are having reliability issues. Means they don't know when the power comes and they don't know when the power goes. The power once the power comes and goes at irregular times. So they need to struggle so much to get into online classes or to go online. And the main problem is that even without net, there won't be any power, right? So they are unable to even use their phones or laptops. Prime Minister Modi has acknowledged the digital divide by announcing in his Independence Day address that all villages would be connected with optical fiber cable in 1,000 days. So Mr. Prime Minister Modi gave a speech on the Independence Day, and that speech included him saying that he will provide optical fiber for every state under within a time of 1,000 days, which means approximately 3 years. This target, reflecting enhanced ambition, follows the one onset in 2011 to link panchayats through a national optical fiber network to raise administrative capacities through information infrastructure. So this target was not actually set at the it was not actually started in the it was not actually started on the Independence Day. It has been started since 2011. In 2011, the reason why they started this program is that they decided to raise the administrative capacities if they have if they have proper connection to net. So by using internet, they tried to raise the administrative capacities. So from 2011 only, they thought of doing this, and now they had at last implemented it. Evidently, successive governments have dropped the ball. So it is clear or it is obvious that the Indian government has failed to do this. States have not shown the clarity to make a big leap either, and the deficit has now dealt a blow to the students. Not only the government, even the states are not keen or not willing or not desire. They are not willing to make a big development. So because of their negligence, the students are struggling due to this pandemic. To make up for the lost time, connectivity for the education must be prioritized. So we did a mistake last time, and we should not do it again. So during this pandemic, we should prioritize academic online work, and we should develop it. Such efforts have been launched globally in the wake of COVID-19, some in partnership with the telecom sector to leverage its capacity for service and mapping. Some of the efforts have already been made, especially because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and some com- and and some of those programs or some of those efforts are in partnership with the telecom sector. So some efforts are using the help of the telecom sector so that they could achieve a better goal. Some companies in India have made the valuable suggestion that their used desktop computers could be refurbished and donated, for which the governments need to open a program. So some of the companies in India, they have offered that we will refurbish our computers and we will donate it freely to everyone. By everyone I mean the ones who need computers. So, so even the companies are willing to come forward and do that, but the government should first give the a permission to the companies so that they could do this. So and for giving such a permission, they need to start a program. On the network technology front, a new gigabyte speed wireless fiber standard is being viewed in developed countries as a leapfrog option to link inaccessible areas. It involves high capacity spectrum and is commercially not contentious. So in many developed countries, they have developed an wireless fiber which is very effective. It is so much effective that these types of network could be easily connected to the areas in which the wired fibers are not able to connect. So it basically can connect. It could even it so basically it can give the internet connection to the areas which have been until now inaccessible. It involves high capacity spectrum and is commercially not contentious. Means its price is also not that high. It's reasonable. The government needs to look at all the possibilities and go into overdrive to bridge that digital divide. So the government should consider all the possibilities. Means it should take all the advices, and it should at last it should take the best route, and it should develop the and it should develop the internet connection all over India. Thank you.